We end these lectures on microbial structure by looking at Archaea and Eukarya. Archaea are similar in size, shape, and basic cell structure to bacteria, and it was not until 1977 that Carl Woese noticed the profound differences in their 16S ribosomal RNA and proposed that they were, in fact, a completely different form of life. Eukaryotes are obviously different than bacteria. So their structures, while in some cases are different, there's still lots of microorganisms, so let's talk about the differences. It turns out that the apparent morphological similarity between Archaea and bacteria was deceiving. Archaea are phylogenetically more related to Eukarya than bacteria. We will talk more about this in Module 4, but for now, we will look at the structural differences between these domains. So here's some examples. While all life shares many commonalities, there are major differences between the different domains, meaning bacteria, archaea, and eukarya. As a few examples, the structures of RNA polymerase, how transcription begins, the start of amino acid for translation, lipid structure, cell wall composition, and the ability to form spores and the kinds of spores differs across the domains. In this last section, we'll cover a few differences between archaea and bacteria. I leave eukaryotes mostly to your biology class. You've covered that in detail. Okay, for example, RNA polymerase, there's 4 proteins in the RNA polymerase, and it's rifampicin and sensitive. In archaea, it's 8 to 10 proteins, eukarya, it's 12. Transcription start sites are different. The sequence is variable, but often contains a minus 35 and minus 10 region in bacteria. In archaea, it's a Tata box, and in eukarya, it's a Tata box. Starting amino acid is formylmethionine. The starting amino acid in archaea eukarya is methionine. Lipids. Bacteria and eukarya have ester-linked lipids. Archaea have ether-linked lipids. Cell wall composition is different across the domains, as is spore formation. We will only look at a few general important differences between archaea and bacteria, but I do want to note that these unusual microorganisms can have all sorts of fun shapes. For example, Halochondrium can form flat, square shapes, and it kind of looks like Chex Mix, while Ignococcus has an outer membrane that loops out from the cytoplasmic membrane. There are many individual cellular differences that define archaea. Here we'll just talk about a few. There are 2 major phyla in the archaea, Euarchaeota and Crenarchaeota. Many live in extreme environments, but that may just be a limitation of our isolation methods. In non-extreme environments, bacteria outcompete them on the isolation media we use, so we don't see the archaea. Those we have isolated from extreme environments will have unique features because of where they live. So, first feature. One major difference in archaea is your unique lipids. First, the alkyl chains attached to glycerol are ether-linked, not ester-linked, as in bacteria and eukarya. Second, the alkyl chains are formed from isoprene units instead of acetate units. The overall structure of their lipids is unique. The ether link is there instead of an ester link, and a methyl group decorates every 4th carbon in the alkyl chain. This changes the properties of the lipid, making them more stable in high temperature and acidic environments. If an archaea lives in very hot environments, greater than 85 degrees centigrade, it may even form diglycerol tetraethers. These are lipids that are linked across the membrane. Archaeal cell membranes have similar structure to their bacterial and eukaryotic counterparts. As you can see here, they look very similar, but if you use biphanthyl lipids, you will see the alkyl chain goes all the way through and it makes it very stable, right? The lipid monolayer shown on the right. But physiochemically, both these membranes will behave in a similar fashion to bacterial membranes. Remember that bacteria have two major cell types, gram-positive and gram-negative. In Archaea, many diverse cell structures have been found. There are microbes that have just a protein surface layer projecting from the cytoplasmic membrane. Ignococcus has a structure reminiscent of a gram-negative cell wall. Methanosphera forms a similar structure to a gram-positive cell wall, with a thick layer of a peptidoglycan-like molecule outside its cytoplasmic membrane. However, there can be many different variations on this theme, as you can see in the bottom layer. In most cases, an S layer is very common. These S layers are formed from a single repeated cell surface protein with the ability to assemble into a two-dimensional crystalline protein array. These proteins are of great interest for nanotechnology since they can be used to build covers to nanomachines. Archaeal RNA polymerase is similar to the eukaryotic RNA polymerase 2. It has a homologous subunits and nearly equal number of proteins. It is understandable that the transcription of Archaea is similar in regulation and execution to that seen in Eukarya. We'll have more to say about this later in the semester. All right, let's check your understanding a little bit. In general, lipids in the archaeal membrane lack true fatty acids. True or false? The correct answer is true. Remember, the alkyl chains of Archaea are built from isoprenoids. I finish up these lectures by briefly mentioning eukaryotic cell structure. I won't spend much time on this since you have had it previously in your biology class. In general, eukaryotic cells are more complex and have multiple membrane-bound organelles, but they also have an endomembrane system. Organelles that are common to all eukaryotic cells include the nucleus. The nuclear envelope contains the nucleus, which contains the chromosomes, and there can be anywhere from 2 to 46. Also inside the nucleus is the nucleolus, and this is where ribosomes are assembled. The endoplasmic reticulum is a series of membrane-bound sacs and tubules. It connects to the nucleus and has two types, rough and smooth. Rough is decorated with ribosomes and is the site of exported protein synthesis. The smooth ER has no ribosomes and it is the site of fatty acid and phospholipid synthesis. Eukaryotic cells contain mitochondria. These are where you create energy for the cell, and they are numerous. They can count for up to 20% of the cell volume. They contain an outer and inner membrane, with the inner membrane folding to form cristae. The cristae is packed with electron transport proteins that carry out respiration. Inside the mitochondria is a fluid-filled matrix. In photosynthetic eukaryotes, a chloroplast is the site of photosynthetic reactions. It will contain chlorophylls. All right, so that's all the information on bacterial and microbial structure. To help you retain all we have covered about microbial cell structure, I'm asking you to make a concept map. Concept maps take ideas and relate them with action words. For example, I could write the word microorganism. I could then link with the word to bacteria and use an action phrase of can be. I could do the same for Archaea and Eukarya. From there, I can write down ester-linked lipids and ether-linked lipids and draw arrows from Archaea to ester-linked lipids. The action word here would be contain. I have provided an assignment on Canvas with more detailed directions. Please complete it as directed.